Hello, and welcome back to the Albion Let's Play. This is the second episode where I just finished my dungeon and I went to the market and I tried to sell everything that I had, and to be honest, the loot was trash. The loot was really bad, but I sell whatever I had. I go over to the confusing tree and I have these options of staffs I can pick. So I read all of these and I end up choosing this specific one which can drop a meteor. That's cool. I was like, sign me up. So I go over, I buy the one which can drop a meteor on people's head. I see my armor is damaged. Before I could repair it, I go over and check what new armor I have. So maybe I could buy a better armor directly and I don't have to repair it. But then I decide not to buy it for no specific reason. I go over and then just put some stuff in the bank. I go over and repair my armor so I can use that armor because it's really damaged. Anyways, now that that's handled, I walk over to this guy who can get me into the Limhurst faction. And I wanted to be in the faction, so I walk over, I click on him, and he tells me that I have to be a master or an expert adventurer or something. I was like, I want to be in a faction, so I'll do whatever is needed. So I go over to this yellow zone because it's more lethal, so I assume that the more lethal it is, the better loot it has. So I go over and I see that there is something like a chest or something on the map. So I try to go towards it, but there are too many people over there. So there's no way I'm gonna get anything. But suddenly, a blue orb appeared. I was like, no one's gonna look for it. Let's just go in. So I go over, I know about the mist, so I go over, click on it, and I head into the first mist. I enter and I look around this beautiful place, mystical creatures, and while walking around I see another blue orb. I was like, why not go in again? So I decide to go inside this portal again. Once I get in, I get to a similar looking place where I see on the map that there are these symbols. There is this chest or in their orb. I was like, I want to see what it has. So I start my journey to reach these two symbols. I travel across these dangerous lands, and once I get there, I see this blue shining changing color orb. I go over, take it. I get just jumped out of the mount for some reason, and I have played few weeks ago, so I know this happens. So I just started running. I see that the portal that I'm supposed to put this orb at is really far away. So I just walk around. While I was walking there, I see these skeletons surrounding a cage. They trapped a mist. I thought I have to save her, but I thought I should first deliver this mist to its portal, and then I can go and save it. So I walk over to the portal. I remember the place where it is. I go over and place this mist orb into this portal, and I head back to save that mist. I start the battle, drop my meteor on their heads, and then I start the battle to save this mist. I was able to get one person with the meteor, but these two were they were just too strong. They were able to knock me down, but it's okay. I get back up, I try again, I fight them again, but this time, same thing happened. Okay, same thing happened. But it's okay. But the problem was that the mist was starting to close. I noticed that the timer on the top side was going down and the mist was about to close. So I tried to attack them as quickly as possible so I won't run out of time. I fight them again, and my only hope was to kill one of them so later on I can have a 1v1. And successfully I actually killed one of them, but then they just somehow killed me. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I was able to kill someone. I thought there was going to be a 1v1, but somehow they called for backup or something. I don't know what happened there. So there was this swordsman now who was making it a 2v1 again. So I tried to fight them, but two people were just too overwhelming, so I had to run away. I go back, I heal, I come back again. I don't have much time. I fight them again. I drop my meteor, but for some reason it doesn't drop, and then I die again. And the timer just going down. The mist is coming closer. Everything is getting blurry. I start the fight again. I drop my meteor. I start fighting against them. I try my best, but these two just were too strong for me for some reason. the mist was about to close in few seconds, and I was gonna take some while to get back up. Once I get back up, just while as my final try, I try to hit them, I try to defeat them, and I guess I was able to actually defeat the swordsman, but it didn't mean that much because the bow guy got me. I was thrown out of the mist, and I couldn't save that trapped mist. I was upset, I was sad, and I was disappointed in myself that I couldn't save that poor mist. And while I was knocked out, I decided that I couldn't save that mist, but I will save others. I head inside the mist, and I find these 3 people around this mist. Luckily they were weaker, so I was able to kill them pretty easily. I release this mist to be free, and then I leave. But while wandering around, I see these people creating the cage that they capture mists in. They were capturing the mist using this, so I drop my meteor on their heads in anger. I defeat them even though there is no mist to save, but I guess stopping them from creating this cage will save a mist somehow. I stop them, I go around, find more people, save more mist. I find a mist while it was about to close, so I choose to go in. I get into this new place where I walk around. I find a weakened mist. I walk over and send her to the portal. I go ahead, fight more people, save the mist. I met a fisherman, and seeing him gave me an idea that I could actually use fish to eat because I need food. So I walk over, I go to the market, and I buy a fishing rod, and I start fishing. Once I was done fishing, I find a mist portal to go in. After wandering a little bit around, I find these people, I kill them, I save the mist. Then I save the mist again, and again, and again, and again. And that brings us to the end of the 2nd episode. And be excited for the 3rd episode, because in the 3rd episode, I fought in this huge faction war, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So just be there. It's going to be fun. Subscribe.